what you want from me and that you say I'm
So yet another gorgeous woman has lost her life to the hands of a man. I did a quick deep dive into this case and I came up with 5 consistent signs men will show you if they would be willing to take and end your life. Before I start, my name is Anita. I give you guys tips and tricks that can save your life. So far, you ought to hit that follow button. Let's go. Now, if y'all don't know already, I talk about this on my page a lot. This is the millionth case I've seen where a woman has lost her life to the same man that married her. Willingly married her, by the way. And yes, black men do this too. I see a lot of people in the comment sections going like, oh, I'll stick to my black kings, da-da-da. Babes, look, not to come at the black kings, but they're just as bad. I might even argue worse. Y'all saw one case, where it was a white man and whatever. Also, just remember that not everything you see on social media is real. Those things that they were posting online, y'all take that and run with it and think that one clip is what their entire life is. When in reality, I can be staring at this camera now, but the second I turn it off, I can go over there and start crying. You just never know. This is not real life. So sign number 1, that a man is willing to take your life. He never, and I mean he never, looks happy with you, especially when taking pictures. They take pictures together pretty often, as you can see, and in pretty much all these pictures, this woman pointed out how he was always not smiling, and I peeped that too, and I peeped this in a lot of other crime documentaries where men took their women's lives, and I noticed a pattern here. They never smile in pictures, and it's scary too because I see couples that are doing these exact same things right now, and if I call it out now, I'm gonna sound like a hater, right? But God, I pray for these people. There's a lot of Facebook couples that I be seeing on Facebook, and I'm just like, God bless their souls. These are really lining up to everything that I've watched on Crime of Passion. So yeah, if he never smiles in photos just like this, cut him off, bro, or find what's wrong, because something ain't right. Number 2, he hides things from you a lot. If someone's hiding something from you, no matter how small it is, then it means they're willing to hide something way more significant. And especially in a relationship where you're meant to be open with each other, that is just a no-no. Someone who's willing to hide something from you, especially when it's not that deep, will be willing to take your life, will be willing to backdoor you. Number 3, he's overly spoiling you with gifts. I've seen so many crime documentaries, and besides just the crime documentaries, I've seen women that have gotten cheated on by men, and it's always the same thing. They're always being love bombed with gifts. Trust me, every single time, bro, I've seen personally where the guy is just excessively giving the girl gifts. It might sound like a good thing. I've watched and noted and seen an immense amount of crime documentaries where the man has literally spent his own money on a woman, celebrated her and did the most just to kill her later. They don't give a fuck. Once that anger takes over, it's game over. Number 4, it sounds like he has a motive whenever he's with you. Especially if you're dating for money, sis. What have we learned? Do not be dating for no damn money. If you don't get to your own fucking bag, like, this is 2026. Money is literally all around you. You do not need a man. It's not worth your life. The last one is if he calls you out of your name and he touches you a lot, but in ways where it's genuinely uncomfortable. You will feel it. Your nervous system knows before your mind does. These are all my signs. Rest in peace, Ashley. I do predict there will possibly be an increase in situations like these taking place if we don't do something to combat it as soon as possible, because these social media couples are absolutely getting out of hand, and I've just seen way too many lose their lives. That's it for today's video though. I hope this taught y'all something. Don't be dating no man you know you should not be. It ain't worth it. Focus on your goals and build a personality. Develop a life of your own, sweetheart. I love you. Bye.
If they break into your house during the day, they're coming for your stuff. If they break into your house at night, they're coming for you. And even if they're not coming directly for you, they know you're home and they don't care, so they're coming for you. So here's my advice from someone who was a cat burglar. I used to break into people's homes for many years as to what you should do if this unfortunately happens and you find yourself in a situation where you find that someone has broken into your home in the middle of the night. These are the things that you need to do. Number 1, this is prior to a break-in and something everybody should do right now. Go on Amazon, TikTok Shop, whatever, and get yourself some of the motion censored lights. Some of the lights that you can put on your staircase where someone walks by, they turn on. Bigger ones that you can put in your living room. Any lights that get triggered by motion, get them and place them around your house, okay? All around your house. Number 2, go on one of those platforms as well. TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop has one. I have it. It's called Birdie, actually. I'm going to show it to you guys at the end of this. It's a little personal alarm. You can pull it, you can press it, and it makes a horribly loud noise. Get yourself a couple of those. Number 3, make sure that your Ring Cam, your Wise Cam, I personally have Wise cameras. They're the best because they record nonstop. As soon as they track motion, they don't do like Ring where it only records for like 100 up to 120 seconds. On my cameras, on my home cameras, my doorbell camera, everywhere, there is a siren. Make sure you're familiar with that siren and how to turn it on if you need to from your phone. Number 3, make sure that you have your emergency settings in your iPhone, or I don't know if Android, I assume they have it too, but all I know is about iPhone. So there's emergency settings in your iPhone where you can text 911, where you can just slide to call them. You have your address in your phone set in place for your location so it can get sent to the police. If you have an emergency and you can't actually talk to them, you can slide to call them and it'll send them your location. Make sure you have all of that up to date and in your phone so you don't have to haggle with it if something were to happen. Next, most people's spare key to their car is in some random place. Try to make it a point to put it in your bedroom because the fob has an alarm on it and you need that to be somewhere close to you if you need it. So what to do if you hear somebody in your home in the middle of the night? Immediately contact 911. You don't have to call them and say anything. Just slide your phone for emergency services. It'll send your location and it'll send the police right away. The lights that all turn on downstairs should be very triggering for a thief. They don't like lights and they don't like noise. You want to startle them from the beginning as much as you can. Next, get your key fob and set off your car alarm. After you've contacted the police, set off the alarms that are connected to your security cameras, to your Wise or to your Ring doorbells or whatever. Set off the siren. I know it's hard to think in these situations, but you need to calm yourself down. So if you have kiddos, I know your first instinct is to go grab them, but it's important to do these things right away. It shouldn't have taken you but like maybe 20 seconds to do those things. What you're going to do next, you need to get your personal alarm and you need to set it off, and then you need to go with your kiddos to a different location than where the alarm is. So throw the alarm in another room and have you and your kiddos hiding somewhere else. If you have a 2-story home, hold the higher ground. Do not go downstairs. Hold the higher ground because you have a better vantage point when you are up there. If you are on ground level, try to find a window and get out immediately, okay? Get out immediately and run. The reason you need to do all of these things is because a thief, even if they're coming for you, absolutely hates sound and lights. Okay? And the more sound and lights that you're setting off immediately, the better and more distracting it's going to be for you. And it gives you more time to get out and draws attention from the neighbors before the police get there. Grab yourself these very cheap and effective ways to secure your home and come back for more safety tips, okay? I love you guys. I pray you're never in this situation, but hopefully that helps. See you later. This is my personal safety alarm. It's called a Birdie. You don't have to get this one, but get yourself one. This one is really good. I'm going to show you guys what it sounds like right now. Hold on. It's so freaking super loud, and it has the blinking light. Get yourself a couple of these, put them in your home, put them in different rooms. When you pull it out, it will keep going off. Nobody can just press a button and turn it off until you put it back together. So it is a really good one because you can pull the pin and it'll start going off, and then you can throw that sucker and it will just be a crazy sound that they cannot escape. Surviving a home invasion in the middle of the night. Listen to this advice.
Don't turn on your lights if you hear somebody breaking into your house.
Quite literally one of the worst things you can do. I was a cat burglar. I used to break into people's homes. I did this for many years and I was successful for many years. A burglar that comes during the day is coming for your stuff. A burglar that comes at night is coming for you. There's a couple things you can do to make your life a lot safer, and you probably aren't doing them. Number 1, program your phone with your home address as your emergency point. That way, if you hear something in the middle of the night, you can hit your phone SOS and activate the panic button so that you don't have to talk. You can be quiet and they will send somebody to your home to help you. If you have an alarm on your car, which most of us do, have your keys in your room. Activate your panic button so that your car alarm starts going off outside. Now you're creating noise and alerts outside of your home, and people will start looking, if for no other reason than they're simply annoyed. 3, if you have a camera security doorbell system, no matter how cheap they are, have a siren mode, and if you activate it from your phone, those little security cameras will start screeching the loudest alarm sound. Last thing you want to do, let's talk about a 2-story house. You're on the 2nd floor, hold the higher ground. It's to your advantage. Turn all the lights on downstairs if you can. If you have smart lighting, that is one of the best things you can have for your home. You can turn on the lights from other points in your home. If you don't have smart lighting, there's very, very, very cheap and effective smart lighting on. You can have it sent to your home, very easy to install. And there's even ones that activate by motion so that you don't have to worry about getting to your phone and turning them on. If you're not in a 2-story house and you're on the 1st floor, do not ever turn on the lights where you're at. But if you can, turn on the lights where the other person might be at so that you can see them, but they can't see you, because the last thing you want is for there to be darkness where they are and light where you are. I hope you guys never need any of this advice, but from the perspective of someone who used to break into homes, I'm telling you right now, nobody that's breaking into another person's home, no matter what they're there for, wants attention drawn to them. So you need to create as much noise and as much attention as you safely can. That is my own personal, unprofessional opinion from the perspective of somebody who used to go into people's homes and spent 10 years in prison talking to a lot of people who did a lot of bad things, and many of them involved going into people's homes, okay? Prevention is the key. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Later.
3 anti-kidnapping measures every woman and man should take. Number 1, know how to break out of a zip tie. You can do so by tightening the zip tie and making sure it's in the middle of your hands. Then raise your hands and slam it across your torso while slicing your elbows apart. Number 2, have a code word with your family for emergencies. That way, if anybody tells you there's an emergency, your dad told me to contact you, you can verify it's legitimate by asking for the code word. Number 3, wear an Invisaware. All you do is press it twice and it can send your location to 5 people of your choice and optionally the authorities. Follow for part 2.
Amazon finds I got because I have extreme safety anxiety, like I'm crazy. One door lock's simply not enough. I'm like, bring in the reinforcements. So this one literally screws into like the actual door thing. And it can withstand up to 800 pounds of force, which we love to see that because honestly, if you're not my best friend or my boyfriend, like what are you doing? If you're renting or just can't use screws, this is a good alternative. It's a little portable lock. Sliding glass doors actually terrify me, but yeah, here we are. So I got a security bar. I'm begging you, if you do not have one, please get one. I also recently got this one, which sets off an alarm if you try to open it. So a level little 2-in-1. And we got to secure all the entry points so that I can sleep at night. So these are really easy, extra little window locks that just slide into the door, and your window won't be opening even if it's unlocked. Let me know if you want to see more though, and like more self-defense-esque items. Okay.
If you were to ever be abducted, here are 3 things you must know. Now, while your trafficker or kidnapper is most likely going to be somebody that you know, these crimes have been perpetrated by complete strangers, so I want to make sure that you feel prepared so you don't have to feel freaked out by these things. I'm a black belt with a degree in psychology, and I've traveled to almost all 50 states teaching self-defense and safety to college students, and it's my mission to make sure that you can still live life and have the tools to do so, to feel independent without having to feel fearful. Number 1, you want to make sure that you hide your phone and try to discreetly get a hold of 911. Whether you're just calling and leaving the line open, trying to give any kind of indicators as to what's happening, where you might be, so they can help you and track your mobile device, or you can even find discreet ways to get a hold of them. And number 2, if they have physically restrained you, always make sure that you fight back and get loud. Your perpetrator is looking for a soft target, somebody they feel is not going to really put up resistance if they try to grab you. And they've already sized this up before they even grab on, which is why it is so critical to make sure you walk with confidence, because that alone can draw people away from you and make them choose somebody else. Also, if you think somebody's following after you, turning around and letting them know you see them, because often they look to have the element of surprise. So just making sure they know that you're watching can help deter that perpetrator. But if they do grab onto you, you're just fighting back, looking for sensitive spots like the balls. You can grab, squeeze, and twist. Looking for the eyes, you can try to go for an eye gouge. Just make sure you anchor your hand to their head and yell back properly. Do not just yell fire, do not just yell help, do not just scream. You want to create chaos, but make sure you actually get people's attention and spark action. And number 3, this one's pretty rare, but if somebody were to try to put restraints on you, like say duct taping your hands or duct taping around your ankles, you want to try to create as much space as possible so you have more room to try to work out of those restraints. And of course, the most important thing to take away from this video is to never get to a secondary location with that perpetrator. Your chances of survival severely plummet at a secondary location. It's desolate, it's going to be a lot harder to escape. Sometimes though, it may be inevitable, but just never stop trying to escape. Even if you get to that secondary location, do everything in your power to get away from them. Please don't forget to save this video and send it to someone you care about. Hands up, and don't make any sudden movements if somebody's holding you at gunpoint. And don't pull an April Kepner and start spewing a bunch of personal stuff about yourself. While aware, if somebody's trying to kidnap you like this, I'm gonna explain exactly what you should do. No, you should not just immediately zigzag. But first, I wanna give you 3 strikes you can use if this person does not have a weapon and is still trying to attack you and get you to go to a secondary location, which you must avoid at all costs because your chances of survival severely plummet if you get to a secondary location. First spot to strike, and this one can be lethal. The side of the head and ideally the temple. Take a stainless steel water bottle, ideally with a handle on the top, and swing like your life depends on it. If you want to gouge an eye out, anchor your hand, dig into the eye socket, and scoop out towards the ear. And lastly, especially if you're in close quarters and don't have a lot of space, grab, squeeze, and twist their balls as hard as you possibly can. And remember, they picked an unfair fight, which means you don't fight back fair. Now, if they do have a firearm to you, first of all, do not try to toss something because it makes them more unpredictable. If they want something of yours, most of the time that's all they want, so just hand it over. Ideally, you're waiting for anything in your environment to even momentarily distract them, and then you must fully commit. And instead of zigzagging, you're gonna sprint from positions of cover. This is somewhere where they can't see you and where bullets can't pass through. A concrete wall, the engine portion of a vehicle, a concrete pillar. You only want to zigzag if you are out in the open and can't sprint from positions of cover because it increases your amount of time in front of the person with the weapon. Quick bonus tip. If you need them to be distracted, please do not toss anything to try to get them to turn and look at it so you can run. Instead, start glancing behind them, making them think somebody's watching, and when they turn to look, that's when you make your run for it. Put any questions in the comments and please save this and send it to somebody you care about. If you're hiding from an active shooter, don't make this mistake. If you can't safely run, you need to go hide. But so many people don't know this. Okay, come with me, I'll show you. Instead of just having this door closed and going to hide somewhere, you want to add as many layers of safety and make it as hard as possible for them to get in the room. Wherever the door is, you want to barricade from the door to the opposing wall. So grab a desk, a chair, anything you can find in your environment to make it so it's very difficult for this person to get in the room where you're hiding. I hope you never have to use this piece of advice, but just in case, save it and send it to somebody you know.
Safety tip, ladies. I give my phone number to every man that asks for it in public. I don't care if I'm not interested, and I don't care if I'm in a relationship. Every motherfucker's getting these digits. Case in point, I'm leaving a bar by myself. I'm walking down an alleyway on the side of the bar to get to my car that's parked in the lot behind it. As I'm walking, a large group of very big men come from around the corner, very drunk, and they see me. Shit. One of them's interested. I say I'm not. He then approaches me. I'm backed up against a fence and surrounded by these men. No escape route. He said, "Oh, so you're not going to give me your number?" I said, "I'm in danger." Matter of fact, I like your confidence. Give him a fake number. He tells me to pull my phone out while he calls it. Shit. Obviously, it doesn't ring. He grabs me hard by my arm, and he goes, "Oh, so you're going to give me a fake fucking number?" Think fast. I go, "Oh my God, relax. I probably just typed it in wrong." Give him my real number, get in my car, drive away, and block him. I refuse to be a statistic, and men are scary.
And I come out and I notice this big old van parked right up next to me. It's like, look at all that space. He could have parked anywhere. I mean, I guess maybe unless he wanted to park in the shade, but that was a nope, too sketchy for me. I went back inside, I waited, and I asked an employee to walk me out to my car because I'm not about to get snatched up today. No, thank you. The door was like right next to my driver's side door, so it was like someone had to have been waiting on that side. And there was a man in the car, a man in the van anyways. And look at that, I get in, and she kind of went to the driver's side. I don't know if she did anything or said anything, but then he starts driving away. Like, yeah, no, missed opportunity, sir.
I don't care if this is a very expensive van. And if it's most likely parked here because of shade instead of other places in the parking lot. If you get any weird gut feeling, always listen to it. So many people were commenting that she completely overreacted and that's a really nice van and that he probably parked it there in the shade. And it's probably true. There is literally no harm in asking someone to walk you out to your car. And I always say it's better to be safe than sorry. Never brush off those gut feelings and never be afraid to ask for help.
Okay, as a woman, I'm a little annoyed right now. Let me know if you remember this. 20 years ago, some women from South Africa invented a device. And this device you would insert into your vaginal cavity. And this device would make it so if anything forcefully enters after, a knife pops out. Okay? And I heard about this 20 years ago and I was so excited for it. I thought this is fantastic. Get me 14 more of those. So, fast forward to now. I'm doomsday prepping. Yeah, I'm doomsday prepping. Okay, a certain entity has sent EMPs. Do you know what an EMP is? That's for a different video. So I'm doomsday prepping, right? I'm just trying to get my basics, right? I got my walkie-talkie. I got my mesh. I got my mesh-tastic. If you don't know what a mesh-tastic is, you better get on your Zoom. You better get you some of this fried chicken leg. Look up what a mesh-tastic is. Very important. I'm buying maps. I'm buying my Faraday bags. And then it's time for, okay, what am I going to get for protection? So I thought, yeah, I need to get me that device from 20 years ago. Should be perfected by now. All right, 20 years to develop a product, should be perfected by now. Should be a product that everybody with a vagine is asking for. And anybody who cares about somebody with a vagine is asking for. Like, look at this product. The product not available. Product never hit the market. Why? Well, it doesn't address the root cause. Well, as somebody with a vagine, I'm not able to address the root cause. This is why I want said device. Well, it could provoke the attacker. Anything can provoke the attacker. I'm just supposed to allow the attacker to get his nut Well, it doesn't seem it only works once an assault is happening. Yes, that's why I want the device. Well, it seems like more of a punishment than a prevention. Yes, that is why I want the device. I am so mad, bro. Like this this world is so misogynistic. This world is so misogynistic. If this somehow hits the side of TikTok with anybody who knows the device I'm referring to, because I don't remember the name of it. I was just looking, like, searching, and it had some different names, and none of them are on the market. I saw critique articles. If anybody knows what I'm talking about and knows of an alternative or how I can make my own alternative, like 3D print. Yeah, 3D print it out, because like I'm trying to be ready. Anyway, this will probably reach no one.